your exclusive 7-storm team forecast.
Good evening, everybody. Our very own Brooke Hash took some video for us this morning of some of the flakes flying out there earlier today. We did see some snow. You can see some of the street crews in action here across Quincy this morning. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you like to look at it, we didn't see as much snow as we thought we were going to see. You can see a dusting here on some of the grassy areas, especially just dampness on the roads. Overall, though, some folks up to the northwest, they did see a couple inches up in Scotland County and Clark County in Missouri, and then back up into Iowa. That's where the brunt of the storm really hit, with several inches of snow up in eastern Iowa. For now, though, let's take a look at the weather radar. We do have some pockets of flurries moving down out of south central Iowa back into north central Missouri. Not much associated with these. I don't think they're even going to make their way into the tri-states. We could see a flake or two as we go through the early evening, though. Back out over central parts of Illinois, that's where we find the more moderate snow, and it's starting to move off into Indiana at this very hour. So for tonight, we're going to go with the clouds sticking around. Blustery west-northwest winds. Bundle up out there. Temperatures are going to be falling into the teens. We're going to see wind chill values probably down in the single digits. And then as we head into tomorrow night, look at this. An overnight low Thursday night into Friday morning of 0 degrees. So that's going to be the coldest night of the winter season yet, most likely. Highs today, early, just after midnight, 38 degrees out at the airport with a low of 26 degrees today. The record high for the day, we were nowhere near it today, 64 degrees set back in 2012. Out at the airport right now, clouds, 26 degrees. Those winds have picked up out of the west-northwest at 23 miles an hour, and it will definitely have a bite out there as you walk out the door. Later on tonight into tomorrow morning for work or wherever you need to go, you're going to want to bundle up and dress in layers because temperatures are going to be on the chilly side indeed. We're in the 20s right now. It's 26 degrees here in town, 23 up in Macomb, 25 in Keokuk, 28 down in Pittsfield, 23 out to the west there in Kirksville, Missouri. Lots of clouds around. We're going to keep those clouds around. You can see the clouds extending all the way back out into Nebraska and Kansas. Back out to the east, you see the snow moving across the Chicagoland area, getting ready to cross back into parts of Michigan and Indiana. We are going to remain, though, locked in a northwest flow aloft. It's going to keep the clouds pouring down out of the North Plains right across the tri-states. We're also going to have the chance later on tomorrow afternoon about this very time for a few pockets of flurries to rotate through the flow. Also, that cold air and the blustery winds will continue as we move on through the next 48 hours. We put the maps into motion here. Lots of clouds across the tri-states. Later on tonight, you can see some clearing trying to work out over parts of western and southern Missouri, but we will see the clouds build back across the region for a good portion of tomorrow. By 6 o'clock tomorrow night, maybe a few flurries. That's about it. The clouds finally move off by later on tomorrow night into Friday morning, and whatever heat we have at the surface will radiate back out into the atmosphere of space. We will be left with chilly temperatures, the frigid stuff. I'm talking Arctic air, somewhere around 0 degrees for an overnight low as we head on into Friday morning. A partly cloudy sky expected later on Friday as well. Tonight, 14 for a low, windy conditions, cold temps all across the region, and we could see a few flurries. That's just about it, though. Stays chilly tomorrow with a few flurries later in the day, a high around 20 degrees. Tomorrow night, 0, the goose egg. And we will go with a clearing sky, winds out of the west-northwest right around 10 to 20 miles an hour. For Friday, we'll take it up to 21. Saturday, partly sunny for the start of your weekend with temperatures back around average there at 34 degrees. The 7-day forecast points to a warming trend, though, with readings back up around 40 degrees as we move on into Sunday afternoon. Dry weather for Monday and Tuesday now with readings once again in the 40s, 47. It's a good bet by Monday afternoon. And then we'll go with those readings hanging out somewhere in the 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday. So the coldest stuff right now, Carol and Stephen, will be over the next 48 hours or so.
Okay, now see, Sunday, 40 degrees, perfect weather, a little sunshine. If you want to go out and, you know, get a little touch football in on the lawn
Throw the football
before
around.
the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
it's going to be perfect.